Welcome, friends, to the wonderful world of black caviar and its creator, the sturgeon. Today, we will dive into the mysteries of the sturgeon caviar extraction process, learn how this royal fish is raised, and solve the mystery of why this delicacy black caviar is worth its millions. Get ready for an exciting journey into a world of luxury and flavor. The sturgeon family of fish includes several dozen species, but it is 4 of them that attract the main attention. Sturgeons generally live in fresh and brackish waters, preferring rivers, lakes, and seas. The best-known sturgeon species are the sturgeon and beluga, which are found in the rivers of Eurasia and North America. The brown sturgeon can be found in the rivers of Siberia and Central Asia, while the spiny sturgeon lives in the rivers of Asia and the Pacific Ocean. Now, why exactly is the caviar of these fish so prized? Well, first of all, the texture and flavor of sturgeon caviar is unique. It is tender, juicy, and has a special nutty flavor that is difficult to convey in words. Besides, the caviar of these fish is used in the highest cuisine and is a symbol of luxury. However, the process of extracting sturgeon caviar has become a complicated and expensive endeavor. Illegal fishing and wrongful capture of sturgeon fish jeopardize their population. Environmental restrictions and bans have led to a decrease in extraction and, consequently, an increase in the price of black caviar. Extracting caviar from sturgeon is a real art that requires skill and care. Caviar is considered one of the most valuable products in the world, and the process of its extraction is carefully regulated to preserve the sturgeon population and ensure the highest standard of quality. Traditional methods of harvesting sturgeon caviar involve carefully extracting the eggs from the fish and then salting them. This process requires skill and experience to prevent damage to the eggs. It is important to note that it is the quality and level of salting that determines the taste and flavor of the caviar. However, the commercial production of sturgeon caviar has faced serious problems. Illegal fishing and gnawing of water bodies have caused a significant decline in wild sturgeon stocks. Environmental organizations and governments have implemented strict restrictions and bans on the extraction of wild sturgeon and their caviar to prevent the extinction of this valuable species. Industrial sturgeon farms and caviar production have also become popular. They help meet the demand for caviar and at the same time reduce pressure on wild populations. In the next part of the video, we'll look at the process of sturgeon farming and caviar production on these farms and talk about its impact on the black caviar market. Growing sturgeon on fish farms has become an important source of black caviar, helping to conserve wild sturgeon populations and ensuring a stable supply in the market. The process is complex and demanding, but it achieves high-quality caviar. Sturgeons are long-lived fish, and optimal conditions must be created to raise them on farms. In most cases, sturgeons are kept in special pools with controlled water parameters to ensure optimal temperatures and water quality. This allows the fish to grow healthy and maintain the quality of their eggs. Sturgeon farming has become popular due to the steady demand for black caviar and the need to protect wild sturgeon populations from overchewing and illegal fishing. Farms provide the opportunity to closely monitor the growth and health of sturgeon, which helps ensure high-quality caviar. However, caring for sturgeon on fish farms requires certain skills and attention. This includes regular feeding, monitoring water quality, and of course, caring for the fish themselves. The quality and level of care ultimately determines the quality of the black caviar, which makes it expensive and in demand. The process of extracting and processing sturgeon caviar is a complex and artificial process that requires attention to detail and adherence to high-quality standards. Let's take a closer look at this process. Extraction. To begin with, sturgeon caviar is extracted through surgical extraction. This is done in a way that minimizes injury to the fish and ensures high-quality caviar. Once the caviar is extracted, it is transferred to special containers for processing. Separation. The caviar is carefully separated from the rest of the tissue so that there are no traces of meat or skin in the caviar. This is done manually and requires experience and skill. Rinsing. The caviar is rinsed in clean water to remove any residual blood or other contaminants. This is an important step to ensure the purity and quality of the caviar. Salting. Salt is added to caviar for preservation and flavoring. The level of salt can vary depending on the recipe and type of caviar, but it is critical to developing unique flavor characteristics. Packaging. After processing, caviar is packaged in small or large volume jars, vacuumed, or hermetically sealed for long-term storage and delivery to market. The quality and level of salt in caviar play an important role in shaping its flavor characteristics. The processing must be strictly controlled to ensure the perfect balance of salt and the unique flavor of black caviar. All these steps make black caviar an expensive and sought-after product. Black caviar is one of the most expensive products in the world, and there are several factors that contribute to its high cost. Rarity. One key factor is the rarity of the sturgeon fish that produce this caviar. Many species of sturgeon fish have been recognized as threatened with extinction, and many countries have imposed legal restrictions on their catch. This reduces the availability of the fish for harvesting and therefore makes black caviar a rare and valuable product. Long rearing process. Sturgeons are long-lived fish, and the time it takes to grow them to a state where they are capable of producing eggs can be many years. This process is costly for the care and maintenance of the fish. High care and production costs. Raising sturgeon and producing caviar is a complex and expensive process. Fish farms where sturgeon are raised must provide high-quality water and strictly controlled housing conditions to ensure the health of the fish and the quality of the caviar. Prestige and luxury. Black caviar has long been associated with luxury and prestige. It is often served on tables in high-end restaurants and is a symbol of luxury. This image also increases its value. Legislation and restrictions. Many countries have imposed legal restrictions on the catching of sturgeon and the sale of caviar to protect these vulnerable species. These restrictions can also increase the value of black caviar as it becomes rarer and more difficult to obtain. So, black caviar is not just a product, it is an art and a luxury, and its cost is fully justified by the rarity, difficulty of production, and high demand for this unique delicacy. Sturgeon conservation and sustainable management of caviar production are important objectives that are regulated both internationally and nationally. International organizations, such as the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Flora and Fauna, CITES, play a key role in protecting sturgeon and regulating the global caviar trade. CITES has developed international standards and requirements for the international caviar trade, including the establishment of quotas for the catch and sale of caviar. This helps prevent illegal trade and maintain sustainable sturgeon populations. At the national level, many countries are also implementing laws and regulations to regulate the harvesting and artificial breeding of sturgeon. These measures may include the establishment of no-take periods, water quality control, and the establishment of special fish farms. Monitoring sturgeon populations and their habitats is an important element. As consumers, we can also contribute to sturgeon conservation. By supporting products that adhere to sustainable standards and have appropriate certifications, we contribute to the conservation of sturgeon populations. It is also important to choose products with labeling that guarantees their legality and origin. All of these measures help balance the demand for black caviar and the conservation of vulnerable sturgeon species, ensuring their survival for future generations. Dear friends, today we took a look at the wonderful world of sturgeon caviar extraction, sturgeon farming, and the reasons why black caviar is so valued around the world. We hope this video has helped you better understand the process of producing this precious delicacy. The main lesson we can take away from our story is the importance of a sustainable approach to consuming black caviar. Adhering to international standards, supporting organizations fighting for sturgeon conservation, and making informed choices of properly labeled products are ways we can contribute to the conservation of this amazing species. Remember that your choices matter, and together we can make our world a better place. If you enjoyed this information, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, and share this video with your friends. Thanks for being with us, and see you soon.